We are living in the paycheck to paycheck America. Also, used cars flood. There's a used car flood happening right now, pun intended. And of course, more layoffs. This is current events for October 28th, 2024. This is the foundation. I am Sot L, seeker of truth L, speaker of truth L. And I say we just jump into the dance. Per usual, make sure you check out welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list. At the very minimum, we send out luxuriousness for free, not for the fee. We have a lot of, information. I mean, the PDF section, is really, it's a lot of documents for free. Hit all documents right here. It's going to pull up an entire page full of dances. Look at all these dances. Now I'm saying we saw these being charged for on the internet. On the internet. I'm slurring. I don't even drink. But we decided to offer these for free. Now, they don't necessarily have to do with trust indentures, trust administration, so on and so forth. But if we saw it being charged for anywhere, we put it on here for free. So make sure you check out welcome to thefoundation.com. If not just for the free resources, you can book a consultation. You can make a donation if you support what we're doing. All at the same location, welcome to thefoundation.com. Also, link in the description if you are ready to learn how to establish, administer, protect your private estate. What does that mean? A lot of people say, I'm ready to go private. What also does that mean? Hey, a lot of people are looking for legal tax avoidance, not the illegal tax avoidance. Illegal tax evasion. A lot of people are looking for the legal tax avoidance. I can't give legal advice. I'm not an attorney. I will never be an attorney. I've never been an attorney. Can't do any of that dance, but what I can do is let you know that, this is the most comprehensive training with regards to trust administration, creation, protection, so on and so forth. I don't think that people should sell trust. I think people should teach others how to create them and administer them on their own. I would say that this is the most comprehensive, most affordable trust administration training that you will ever come across on the interwebs, the internet, the intermingles. Link in the description if you are in any way incentivized by what I just said. If not, you do your dance because you might be ready to start your business, which is, I believe, an integral part to, quote, going private or just being independent, not having to, do a 9-to-5 dance. You're a little late because there was traffic, people talking to you crazy, trying to write you up. Listen, just start your own business. It's going to be better for your family. It's going to be better for you economically. Link in the description. If you've never thought you could start your own business, if you feel like the cost of entry was too high, this is the course for you. Very, very, very extensive. We go through everything. Promise you probably won't use everything. If you do, hit us up. Let me know. I'll be interested. But we tried to just overwhelm you with information, not to where you don't feel like you can make moves, but you can pick and choose what you want. You can go back, take your time. You learn at your own pace. There's no tests. There's no quizzes. The only quiz or test is real world. Setting up your business banking account, getting a business mailing address, offering a good or service to the public. This is what we're looking to do. Link in the description if you would like to start your own business and you are interested in our course. And we have a luxurious magazine that's been doing a dance for about a year now. It is beautiful. It's called the Foundation Magazine. Do not tell that to the United States Postal Services because we tell them it's a book because shipping is cheaper. You think I'm playing? I'm not. Go check it out. So, USPS, this is a book. For everyone else, this is the luxurious magazine. We have a digital edition. We have a print edition. Whichever one that you're interested in, completely up to you. I personally like the print edition. I like to spread on the coffee table. They look luxurious. What magazine is this? Oh, that's the magazine that the foundation is. That actual? Yes. I think it's luxurious. It's beautiful. So link in the description if you're interested. Trustee training, start your own business, Foundation magazine. Let's move. What are you talking about? Paycheck to paycheck. It's the American way. Well, CNN Business, more families making over $150,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. When considering who is living paycheck to paycheck, households with an income of six figures are more likely aren't the first to come to mind. But as it turns out, about a fifth of U.S. households that earn more than $150,000 a year are in that situation. That's according to a new Bank of America analysis of anonymized U.S. customers' banking accounts and spending data. The authors of the analysis define people who live paycheck to paycheck as those who dedicate more than 95% of their household income to necessities, which include gasoline, food, utilities, internet, public transportation, childcare, and housing costs. Across all income levels, households that earn less than $50,000 a year saw the highest proportion, around 35% of people living paycheck to paycheck so far this year. But at higher income levels, the portion of households living paycheck to paycheck falls slowly. For instance, the share of households living paycheck to paycheck and earning between $50,000 and $75,000 is only a few percentage points higher than households earning more than $150,000. Conventionally, it seems reasonable to assume that people who earn more would have more money to make non-essential purchases compared to people who earn less. So why does that not appear to be the case? One reason the authors of the analysis offer in their report is that, quote, higher income households may have bought larger, more expensive homes and consequently have bigger mortgages. And often, along with bigger homes come bigger insurance costs, property taxes, and utility bills, end quote. We can get into all of the reasons. We can get into, the numbers, the quick maths, as far as, how this breaks down. What I will say is this. Paycheck to paycheck America is here. I don't like it. This is why I am a supreme advocate for starting your own business. Start three of them. Start three. Multiple streams of income is the pathway to wealth. You've heard it hundreds of times. Is it true? We don't know. But I do know that people who have multiple streams of income are generally more well off, a little happier. But the bottom line is this. America is a paycheck to paycheck country. I also want to say people who make more money, they spend more money. If you can afford a larger cable package, you do. If you can afford a more expensive car payment, you do. If you can afford a more expensive mortgage payment, you do. Most people who make more money just end up spending more money. So, there's a discipline that is lacking, but we are in a consumer-based society. I mean, they use all types of psychological tricks and stuff with regards to selling in this country. But case in point, after Hurricane Helen, watch out for flooded cars on the market. Yep. There were about 138,000 vehicles damaged by Hurricane Helen across 6 states, according to Carfax estimates. Many of them will show up on the used car market. It shouldn't happen, but it does. Shady dealers buy cars that have been flooded, then clean them up and sell them. Unless you know what to look for, you could end up with one without knowing. So, you got Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. Over 130,000 cars that were flooded. You're going to see, be careful don't buy a used car. Wait a while. And if you do buy a used car, you want to pre-inspection. You want to do a pre-PI. Pre-inspection. Bring it to a mechanic that you trust. I mean, look at this. This thing is complete. That thing was completely underwater, yo. And it looked like an SUV. Let's move on. McDonald's restaurants finally have a solution to its McBusted, McFlurry, McMachine, McProblem. Look, I'm one of those people that, they were like, yo, the McDonald's ice cream machine is always broken. It's like an urban legend kind of thing. I don't even eat at McDonald's. You might catch me at McDonald's smashing a fry or two every once in a while. But other than that, no sir. No sirree. So I thought, this machine was always down due to the fact that it was difficult to clean. The machine's busted. Come to find out, it's been a copyright case. McDonald's franchises haven't been able to fix the soft serve ice cream machines on their own because manufacturing company Taylor owns the copyright and exclusive rights to fix the machines. Until now, the United States Copyright Office granted a copyright exemption last week that gives restaurants the right to repair the machines by bypassing the digital locks that prevented them from being fixed. The inability to make timely fixes has been a bane of the customer's existence, so much so that there's a third-party website called McBroken.com that tracks their availability. I didn't believe this. I saw this, had to bring it to y'all because I'm sure I'm just going to say about 8 out of the 10 listeners of the foundation, you frequented a McDonald's at some point in time in your life. And I would say about 6 out of 10 foundation listeners have heard the urban legends with regards to this ice cream machine and it never working. Well, there you go. It was a copyright issue. But this is not a copyright issue. McDonald's E. coli outbreak could worsen near-term sales decline. Investors will look for signs of near-term sales disruption from the recent E. coli outbreak linked to its Quarter Pounder hamburgers. When it reports third-quarter results, last week's outbreak has killed at least one person, while the number of infections have risen to 75, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Since then, the shares of McDonald's have dropped nearly 7%. Is it a buying opportunity? McDonald's isn't going anywhere. Rest in peace to the person who died eating a McDonald's burger. Life is treacherous out here. Quote, "We are concerned that reports of an E. coli outbreak could pose a major threat to consumer sentiment at McDonald's U.S. comparable sales," end quote. What about the major threat to U.S. consumers' health? You see where these guys are looking. I'm not trying to keep you too long. Volks. Labor chief sounds alarm on mass layoffs and 3 German plant closures. It's not just in the United States. It's happening everywhere. They're closing down 3 plants. 3 entire plants. It's going down. Speaking of closing down, TGI Fridays abruptly closes dozens more locations as a reported bankruptcy nears. It's not just the U.S., it's worldwide. The entire, what we understand is Western civilization, Western commercial civilization is in the throes of some sort of, at the very least, it's a seizure. Whether it's, capital markets, currency markets, things are seizing up. Nearly 50 locations of TGI Fridays abruptly closed within the past week, an ominous sign for the chain as a reported bankruptcy looms. According to TGI Fridays, store located, the chain has 164 restaurants remaining as of Monday, a sharp decline from the 213 that were open last week. It's the largest number of closures since January, when 36, quote, underperforming, end quote, locations were closed. 50 locations, that's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of people that don't have a job anymore. That's all we're talking about. As the housing affordability crisis deepens, Airbnb and VRBO face backlash. I saw this coming, but because of the lack of availability of housing, you have these leaders, so-called leaders, instead of working on legislation, and maybe they are, I don't know, man, I'm not a politician, maybe they are, but instead of working on legislation to create more homes and more units, let's just attack what we can attack. It's been great. Farrakhan, mayor of Irvine, they banned Airbnbs. 300,000 in California's own county. They're saying the residents appreciate it. Economists are divided how much impact Airbnb and other short-term rentals, generally defined as rental unit offered for 30 days or less, truly have on America's once-in-a-generation housing affordability crisis. So if it's once in a generation, that means it happened a generation before. There was no VRBO or Airbnb. It's a complex problem and one characterized by high prices for both rentals and sales, elevated mortgage rates, and a historic undersupply of homes. Some critics say short-term rentals, which have exploded in popularity over the past decade as an alternative to hotels, should bear part of the blame for rent increases. Quote, there are too many homes taken off the market and used as vacation rentals, end quote. Quote, we need homes for families, not vacations. I don't know. I think, if you own a home, you can do what you want with it. As long as you're not hurting anyone, setting anyone else's stuff on fire. It's an interesting topic. What do you think? Let me know. Subway sandwiches are short on meat. Lawsuit claims they're suing Subway. Basically, they're saying, hey, when we watch the commercial, there's meat falling off the bun. There's, it's spilling out of the Subway bun. But when we actually get it, when we purchase it, that's not the case. In reality, according to several photos in the complaint, Subway sandwiches are far more bread than filling. This is, quote, especially concerning, end quote, the complaint said, because of inflation and high food prices and because many lower-income consumers are struggling financially. Anna Tolleson of the New York City Borough of Queens said, oop, my battery's going to die. All right, let me finish this. Where was I at? $7.61 for a steak and cheese sandwich at a local Subway, not realizing the fast food chain's ad showed the sandwich contained at least 200% more meat than she and other consumers would receive. Crazy. Moving forward, U.S. Labor Board wrongly ordered Tesla's Musk to delete anti-union tweet. I like this. I'm all for free speech. 100%. You guys should look into this. It's something to pay attention to. But with that being said, hey, listen, I support free speech, even though, platforms are owned by corporations, which are, truly owned by the government, so they can kind of run them. But nonetheless, have a great week or a great night, great day. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night. It's very important. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow on Current Events. Peace, y'all.